U-23 in der Neustadt. Dort die U-Stadt, die got enough goals to lead. They're waiting today from Belgium to Austria. The rest is fly onto the baseline. U-Stadt with their waiting. Wiener, 5 meters. Schwechat, Austria. Go, starting line for Belgium. Number 7, Sender to Senegal. Number 4, Austria, 13. Number 6, Neustadt, 13. Number 41, U-23, 12. Number 12, Victor right field. Number 5, Wiener, designated here. Number 38, Neustadt, left field. Number 1, Schwechat, catcher. Number 37, pitcher. Rest of the team, they take the field. Now presenting Team Austria, head coach, Schwechat. Coach, Paul Anthony Bennett. Coach, David Frank. Coach, Jacob Bennett. Starting lineup for Team Austria. The Wiener Onwards, number 19, Dan Savrucci. And the Wiener Onwards, number 27, Rachel Neustadt. On the right side, number 20, Julian Paulweiler. On the Wiener Onwards, number 60, Theo Bennett. On the left number 2, Alex Tilla. On the right side, number 22, Alessandro Sosa. On the Dominion, number 23, Maurice Griezmann. The Onwards, number 36, Alex Tilla. On the ball forward, number 6, Justin Schwechat. The Mighty Tigers, number 31, Constantine Schwechat, starting pitcher. Rest of the team, they take the field. L'umpire review for today's game, on for l'umpire from the area, Matas Intelligio. Third base umpire from the Netherlands, Stefan Schwechat. Third base umpire from Italy, Luca Alatopo. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise and get into the air for the anthem of Belgium.
Welcome to Duxfield for this first game we're playing on today in the losing bracket, going for last and next to last place in this tournament. Both opponents already should be relegated. Team Austria, home team for this game, against Team Belgium. With us today are the host, me, myself, and I, Didier Littese. Next to me, Rick van Dijk, just as last night. Our third comrade, Melvin Purdue, is going to join us for the last final game, gold medal game, at 7 p.m. tonight. Our umpires for tonight's game are holding the plate conference right now. They are going to be Matas Linkevicius from Lithuania doing home plate, Ramon Weiss from Germany, first base umpire, and Marco Federico on third base, also from Germany. Our defense for tonight, Team Austria starting in defense. Hi there.
Good afternoon, everybody.
On the mound tonight, a familiar face, Konstantin Teufel, working with his battery mate Christoph Hoscher on first base, Julian Faulherber second base, Dan Cavanishi shortstop, Justin Furbeck playing on third, Alexander Resel left field, Alexander Schiller center field, manned by Moritz Riedmann, and right field, Georg Stemmer. Well, Rick,
Yeah.
both teams so far couldn't hang on to a win.
Oh.
We saw promising starts from both, but both teams also came up for this A pool. So we would have expected them to be fighting against an uphill battle.
Correct, yeah.
So one team actually can go home with a victory here, at least one in the tournament. Mentioned before, both teams are already sure to be sent down.
Mm-hmm.
But this one, regardless, is going to be an important one for them.
Yeah, and let's see what both teams will be really wanting to win this last one out here. So let's see how intense this game can get. Again, cleanest team wins. Team with the least walks and least errors. So, and of course the most runs.
Yeah, at least one. Teufel and Hoscher. Quick mound visit as we had things off here at Duxfield, Wiener Neustadt. Leader for Team Belgium, center fielder Sion de Bruyne.
Teufel just misses there for with the first pitch of the ball game.
Yeah, Teufel already one appearance in this tournament. Went only 1.1 innings against Team Great Britain on the second day. Gave up 8 runs on 4 hits, 3 base and balls, also 3 strikeouts.
Little inflated stats there. I mean, he had a huge rain delay to work through, so let's see if he can redeem himself in this outing out here.
Yeah, perfect conditions this time around, as we have bright skies, not a cloud in sight.
It's hot too, Didi.
It is. But fortunately, one of the props of doing this commentary, we get to sit in the shade.
Absolutely. As Teufel pumps one by Sion de Bruyne for the first out of the ball game.
Quick work of leadoff. Strikes out, swinging. This will be the recipe for success for Teufel. Keep the pitch count low. Talked to him a little bit yesterday. He said arms okay. Was expecting a full recovery over this night. Painting the corner there, outside low.
Yeah, looking sharp out of the gate. It's an encouraging sign for him. So
gonna challenge them with this fastball. And as soon as I said it, we see a breaking ball.
We're keeping up with yesterday's habits, Didi, so it's...
Can't help myself. Up to bat now, second baseman for Team Belgium, Sander de Sedelaire.
As he takes strike three, looking on a breaking pitch.
Well,
Decided
quick work.
here, didn't get the bat off his shoulder right there.
Looking this time around is de Sedelaire. Brings up third baseman Arthur Heymans. Batting 167 on the tournament.
Yeah, let's see if you can put the ball in play here, Didi.
At least take a couple more pitches off Teufel, who's been a little above the minimum in strikeouts.
Pumps a strike in there.
Yeah, zone extends a little bit further down this time. 3-1 the count now. On Arthur Heymans. Yes. Been playing all games for Team Belgium. As he looks on, ball 4. Gets on base with 2 outs in the first inning. Batting out of the 4 spot. One of the productive bats in the Belgium lineup. Nando Neustadt, first baseman for Team Belgium.
Good piece there by Nando Neustadt through the 5-6 hole. Keeping his productive bat alive for the tournament.
Yeah, hitting well above 300 on the tournament. Picks up his 5th hit. Just as equally productive, shortstop Julian Moldermans, hitting a 333. Four hits for him as well. Yeah, after 2 quick outs, Teufel falls behind. He takes time. Teufel just making sure base runners Don't extend too far off the back.
Yeah, Teufel falling behind after 2 quick outs.
Yeah, all last 3 batters fallen behind quite early.
Oh, back pick to second. And Konishi couldn't come up with the throw here.
Nice toss by Christoph Horscher behind the plate, catching for Team Austria. 3-0 the count on shortstop Muldemans. He's probably gonna watch this one all the way.
You were right.
Well, you do pick up a little bit of knowledge playing.
Yeah, fair enough. And Teufel pumps one by him for strike 2. Big hack by the Belgian hitter.
3-2 now count. Payoff pitch for Teufel. 19 pitches so far for him. Pops this one up, but foul. Hangs in there.
See what Teufel come back here with.
Yeah, Team Belgium really working the counts now. Nothing they could do in the first, with the first 2 batters. Challenged them with fastballs right down the zone, but since then they've been quite patient, and I think this will also be their tactic going into it, as Teufel is able to recover all the way back from 3-0. Fans won by him. 3 Ks on the inning. We'll be right back.
Want to go? I'm here. If you want some, I'm here. Tell him.
And we're back, bottom of the second inning. Belgium defense. We got Spurgeon, Mitsunoya behind the dish, Van Mook pitching, Neustadt playing first base, De Sadler second base, shortstop Muldemans, third base Heymans, left field Kaschel, center field Sion de Brauner, and right field manned by Victor van der Velden.
I have to say, DJ, I'm quite impressed with your pronunciation of Belgian names. It's
Well,
not bad.
Well, regionally speaking, you are pretty close to Belgium.
Yeah.
Would you be able to give me an expert language certificate on that?
For the names in this tournament, yeah, absolutely.
Nice, thank you. Doing my best. Yeah, Austrian lineup. Yeah, seems that head coach Hiroyuki Sakanashi shifted things around a bit last night. We saw Hosha in the leader spot, but this time Dan Kawanishi switches into the leadoff role, having himself a pretty good tournament. One of the most productive bats in this lineup, hitting 273 on the tournament. Nice night yesterday, but also defensively, great addition.
Yeah.
As he goes right after the second pitch.
Right in the shift, though.
Yeah. Team Belgium playing him with the shift. Shortstop right behind second base. Plays perfectly. Easy ground out for him. Rick with Major Leagues banning parts of the shift, and these developments usually ending up in Europe sooner or later. Do you expect these rules to be applied here anytime soon?
No. That's personally because I think that the shift in Europe doesn't play that big of a role in how we set up for hitters, because we're not really pool happy. So I think these rules won't follow. I think the pitch clock might come eventually.
Hosha grounds one to third base on the hop. Out to a Heymans. Throws it across for the second out.
But coming back on that, DJ, I would have no real idea because we don't decide what's going in the rule book for Europe. So it wouldn't surprise me if it would still come.
Yeah, makes sense. And also these shifts are largely dependent on super detailed data, which probably also isn't available in that quality.
For this tournament, we have it though with our good friends from Playa TV. They will be able to deliver all the video.
Exactly.
So, thank you guys, really appreciate it.
Out of the 3-hole, first baseman for Team Austria, Julian Faulhaber, Mr. Spagat, doing the splits on first base. Rolls over one. Just foul. Gets another life. And another go at it. Well, Van Mook, 2 quick outs, just like his opponent on the hill, Konstantin Teufel, looking to make even quicker work now with Julian Faulhaber.
Both pitchers looking sharp, so looking really good so far.
Yeah, Van Mook also not his first appearance in this tournament. Nice. Change of speeds here. Catches him out in front. 4 innings pitched for him so far this tournament. 4 runs on 7 hits. 3 base on balls.
If I remember correctly, that was against the Italians. Yeah, a solid arm.
Faulhaber fouls it straight back, and the ball bounces around. Little ping pong on the diamond.
Yeah, the new padding is absolutely doing its job.
Seems so. I remember the longtime Twins catcher Joe Mauer. Same situation, just snagged behind him and took it right off the backstop. Also made the ESPN top 10. As Faulhaber shoots it in the hole for the first base runner for Team Austria. So both teams, after 2 quick outs, able to get some runners on board. 1 for Austria so far, with Georg Stemmer, right fielder for today, batting in the 4th spot, taking over.
I think the fact we just mentioned Joe Mauer just reveals how old we actually are, Didi.
Well, good chance for him to end up in the Hall of Fame, so you better get to know him. Pretty unusual for catchers. Real high batting average catcher.
Amazing hitter. As Stemmer takes one high here for ball 1. Stemmer, of course, the longtime Vienna Wanderer. who's playing a solid right field for them for years.
Absolutely, and also in this tournament, with him already having 2 assists, gone down to right field, one of these positions where you usually place the strongest arm in the outfield.
Oh,
Takes one up, turns away. 3-0, so almost identical to the first top of the inning.
Van Moog throws one in there on the inside corner. Stemmer, of course, taken all the way.
And he walks. Correct me if I'm wrong, Rick, but this seems to be the exact same script that we've seen before. Well, left fielder Alexander Schiller still in search of his first hit on this tournament, hitting out of the 5 spot.
I really thought you were going to say now at bat Magnum PI, but
Well, we're going to keep that for the detail. Face shot. Throwing a little mustache in there.
as Schiller hits one right center field, and the right fielder's right under it to make the catch for the 3rd out.
And that wraps it up for the first inning. Be right back. Top of the 2nd. Up to bat for Team Belgium. Your right fielder, Victor van der Velden, turning up this tournament. Hitting .571. 7 at bats. 4 hits for him so far. Couple of base on balls.
As he takes a big hack here.
Comes out swinging, yeah. I'd say they're looking for the fastballs.
Yeah.
But
And Teufel is providing him. Little outside.
yeah, quickly made a shift as soon as he started to wander off the strike zone and took the base on balls that they were given. Putting 2 on base, but nothing to show for it so far. 2-1 the count now.
Teufel falling behind 3-1.
23 pitches so far for him. About half of those 4 strikes. Well, tries to come in with a curveball. Interesting choice here, Rick. It seems that not having a good enough control on his fastball.
I mean, it looks like he's trying to throwing the ball actually by them instead of staying within control. So he's overthrowing it a little bit, but I'm sure he will recover here.
He probably also had a look at the statistics. Van der Velden really hot right now, so takes first base on a base on balls. Nice pickoff move there. That was close.
Yeah. But he dove back in there, so.
Pinch hitting, well, DHing for his pitcher, Vegas Tiliakos. What a first name. 222 average for him on the tournament. 2 hits and 9 at-bats.
He's definitely up there with our top 3 names of the tournament.
Yeah, besides judging here, we also have our favorite players, as you've heard yesterday. Italian names, quite popular. Misses way up, but guns him down.
Impressive by Hoscher, coming up and then making the throw there.
Well, Van der Velde must have had a real bad jump, because that was a slow and high breaking ball.
Mm-hmm.
And Hoscher mentioned it, good arm, but these fractions of a second usually give you the advantage. But Van der Velde not able to swipe second base. Gun down by the catcher, Mr. Hoscher. That must feel good for Konstantin Teufel after surrendering a walk.
Absolutely. It's always nice to know when the defense picks you up. I think you'll be buying Christoph Hoscher a beer tonight.
Absolutely. Well, we'll see if he makes him work even harder, upping his drink count. Again, problems finding the zone. Walks to the next batter. So Vegas Tiliakos takes first base. Bringing up the left fielder, Nathan Kaschel. Speaking of names, Rick, this sounds quite familiar. I'd say Kaschel sounds like a Jewish name, in case you didn't know. Belgium also quite a big population in Antwerp, diamond trade.
Yeah.
So, yeah, nice to see all kinds of names.
Teufel at the moment has a 2-1 count to Nathan Kaschel.
Misses up high. Really falling behind in counts early.
Yeah, it seems like he's laboring a little at the moment, but he's one ground ball away from getting out of the inning, so.
Yeah, a bit of the same script to his first start. Racking up high pitch count quite early. Yeah, it seems that doesn't really feel it on his fastball, so relying on his secondary pitches there to hit the strike zone. Ground ball down the third baseline, and Hazel converts it to the second out of the inning. Base runner from first base advances to second. Runners in scoring position. Runner with 2 outs now. Bringing up number 9 in the order, second baseman Ken Spurgeon. Hitting a .0 for now. Only 5 at-bats for him in the tournament.
As he takes outside for ball 1.
Bad news for today, Rick. I forgot my binoculars, just mentioning, because I would think that... Ow, ow, ouch. Well, Spurgeon seems to be right. Okay, right away. So we're really happy to see him trot to first base.
Yeah, that could have gone ugly.
Took it right off the visor.
Going back to the top of the lineup here with Zion de Brouwer standing in.
Yeah, K for him in his first trip. Runners on second and first base now, as we see Spurgeon taking it. But didn't even blink.
Back pick here. Runner is back in time.
Yeah, after already throwing out a runner earlier this inning, Holsha trying it any way he can. Come up with third out this top of the second.
Yeah, DJ, you said you forgot your binoculars, but now how am I going to see who's warming up in the pen?
We are going to do some makeshift improvisation, steering the game to be ready for at least the finals.
Yeah, we got it.
Mentioning it just because I would think that we're going to see something going in the Austrian bullpen rather soon. Teufel already at 41 pitches in just 1.2 innings so far. With the Austrian team carrying the burden of a low batting average overall, defense will take an even more important, decisive factor in this game. As Teufel falls behind 3-1. Belgium patient hitters seem to have picked up on it. Real patient since the first 2 outs of the game. Coming here with a plan.
Absolutely.
And that's ball 4. Loads the bases for the second baseman, Sander de Sedelaer. Great name, love it. Always up for a challenge.
Yeah. As we see pitching coach Paul Anthony Bennett coming out right now to have a talk with his starter Konstantin Teufel.
Well, Teufel definitely has the stuff, but he just seems to miss the spots. Maybe the release point. Gives him a vote of confidence. Teufel's going to stay in there for now. Quick mount visit. Austrian infield, playing it deep. Extending towards the outfield.
As Teufel pumps strike one in there.
Yeah, weird sequences. It seems that he starts him off with a fastball strike quite often, but then just struggles to find the zone. Yeah, misses up high. Would love to see some small ball here in this game. Third baseman way back. Shoots it during
That's
in the hole.
Gonna score for sure one. And as the runner at third base is hold up.
Shoots it, sticks it in between first and second. Georg Stemmer, right fielder, playing it really shallow. Was there right away. Prevents a second run from scoring as Team Belgium takes the lead in the top of the second inning. Well, Sadler did exactly what he needed to, just put the bat out there, shooting it to right field. Let Konstantin Teufel's velocity work for him.
Yeah, exactly.
Put it out there and good things will happen.
As a high fly ball to right fielder. Right field just Stemmers under it and makes a catch for the third out.
Yeah, Team Belgium taking a 1-0 lead here in the top of the first. We'll see some historic picks from Duxfield as we will welcome a special guest just in the bottom of the second inning. Enjoy. And we're back, bottom of the second inning, leading things off, back in the lineup for Team Austria. Alessandro Zufall having himself tournament, batting .333, best average on the team so far. Van Mook with 16 pitches in the first. Starting things off right away. 0-2 the count. And Zufall shoots one over, just over the glove of the shortstop. In there with a leadoff single to start the bottom of the second inning for the Austrians. Continuing to pound on already. 3 hits in 6 at-bats, 7 at-bats, a little under 500. Yeah, and I've mentioned it, in between innings, we are going to have a special guest in the booth with us. Founding member of the Wiener Neustadt Diving Ducks, founding year 1987. Rick and I welcome Walter Leinweber as we see a little dribbler by Moritz Riedmann. Moving Alessandro Zufall up the second base, scoring position for them now. Welcome, Walter.
Hello.
Hi, Walter.
How's it going?
Not
Good.
too bad. How about yourself, Walter?
What?
You doing all right?
Yeah, I'm doing right.
Yeah, great to have you with us here. We have a special presentation for you during the innings. Going to see some old pictures over there. Hi, Walter.
Hello.
Yeah, founding member of the Ducks, 1987. That's quite some time ago.
36 years.
years ago.
36 years, yeah. A long time.
And I suppose that you know, not only were a founding member but also a player on these first teams.
Yes, I was the player, I was the coach, I was the only one who was familiar with the... I was made familiar with the rules.
Yeah, quite a familiar story also for, I think, all Austrian teams that started out back in those days. Almost all of them led by one person taking over all kinds of duties. And Walter, maybe you could talk about founding years a bit, field of Ducks field.
How it started or whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, the story how the Ducks started is kind of funny. There was a guy who just returned from London from a short trip, and he had the chance to see an NFL game, an exhibition game in the old Wembley Stadium. And the following day he passed by a sports shop and he bought himself a baseball bat, baseball and a baseball glove.
Did he know what he was buying?
Well, I never found out, but I found that story so funny that I carried that story on to a coffee house where you could go day and night every day and you meet people that you know. And finally we decided to try it out, and we called this guy up and we met, 5 of us. And first throw, somebody wanted to show how strong he is, and the guy who caught the ball was not the guy who had the glove. So he
You're mentioning 5 guys now.
No.
That's not enough for a team, but maybe for an infield almost.
But we understood why everybody needs a glove immediately, and so we decided to hit the ball. And you know about beginner's luck, and I think 3rd, 4th, 5th attempt, the ball went straight out of the ground.
Well, that must have felt good.
Yeah, but behind the ground there was a river, So the ball was gone. And now we had only a bat and a glove, and that was it.
So the guy who went to London, he brought back a glove, a bat, and a ball, and you lost the ball right away.
Yes, that's how the story goes. And
well, that must have slowed things down for the Ducks.
no, really, that started it because we decided to go for a beer, and we had 2 beer, and like fishermen or hunters, the fishes got bigger and then the deer got bigger. Our days, the baseball day got better and better. And we went to the coffee house again, and there were lots of our friends, and we told them the story how great it is to play baseball. And suddenly there were 20 guys who wanted to play baseball.
Yeah, Wiener Neustadt Diving Ducks, known to me as a really ambitious team, and with everything you've created so far, yeah, it's impressive.
That's how it started, yeah.
Yeah, taking it a long way. I remember old days with a much different looking field.
Yep, at the Oberschule, yeah.
Was this field the home field right away, or?
No, originally my first contact with the city was that they wanted to get us to a soccer field, and I explained to them that the soccer field is not big enough. I need 2 soccer fields.
It's really funny that you mentioned that, because we talked yesterday and we mentioned that you basically see the soccer field layout on every Austrian baseball field. As Justin Fürbeck, the shortstop for Team Austria, flies out to the right field. We're going to take a quick break, see some trivia, and we'll be right back.
Okay.
Yeah, we are seeing some pictures of the old clubhouse.
Yeah.
This is the one that I remember when I first came here back in the 90s.
I think that was built around 2000, year 2000.
I'm going to be honest with you guys, I do not remember this. I got here in 2020, so yeah, this is...
And you see, this was a lot of work being done by the 3 guys that are...
Yeah, Anton Zufall, Lois Decker, and Steve Kampichler.
Very important for us.
Yeah, and also still regular fixtures here out on the field.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see Steve at every home game.
Here, yeah. But basically, this was the start of that you could build up youth programs and stuff like that, because the field that we used to be was a school, okay, and we could only use it in the evenings. And that was very important to have this field here.
Yeah, it seems that although this structure is gone now, the layout seems to have stayed the same, so really set the tone for everything they've built after that. And Walter, maybe you can talk about your playing days a little bit more. Like, there we see you, number 24.
Yeah. That's what we did for the first games. We made kind of brochures for the people, so to explain a little bit about the sport and what we're doing here, and we distributed it. For whatever reason, at our first games, we always had 200 to 300 people watching us. And as we played on the schoolyard, we had to make sure that the places were clean after the games. Mm-hmm. So our game started at 6 o'clock in the morning, where we had to build up the dugouts and then the backstops and whatsoever. And after the games, we had to clean the field and clean the toilets, showers, whatsoever, and ended at 10 o'clock in the evening. That's when we played baseball, a bit different than today.
Yeah, baseball being a super exotic sport in these days. In Austria, a little bit less so today, but yeah, still growing, still trying to make it grow, and these kinds of developments really add to it. So Austria, and you can see taking it all the way to U-23 European Championship.
Yep, that's great. It's just great.
Quite a long way for the guy buying 3 things in the shop in London, starting it off. I didn't know that story, but gotta say, I really like it.
Yeah, no, it's this club's absolutely come a long way since like the playing days and how you guys started, and as you can see, the field has gone a massive upgrade.
Yes, it has. And what most people do not remember is that Wiener Neustadt had the second team, the Roosters. They went for 2 or 3 years after they finished. Most of the players went to the Ducks. That's how the whole organization grew.
So it's kind of like a fusion club.
Yep.
Little dribbler there by Neustadt to the shortstop, Justin Fuhrberg, who throws it over to the splits on first base, Julian Faulerhaber.
So you were just saying, as we were just saying, there were two clubs, and then basically they came together, and that's how the Diving Ducks grew in numbers.
Yep, sure.
And as it is right now, like, we have a really solid base. I mean, of course, I'm including this as an active player, but I would say we have 6 youth teams and 2 men's teams.
Starts with T-ball.
Yeah.
Yeah, goes all the way up to juniors and under 23 as we have right here.
Yeah.
Seniors.
And then, of course, the
women,
club expanded with the Chicklets, where we also have 2 teams. So it's, yeah, we're still an active, growing club, and without your contributions, this would have never been here. So, from the bottom of my heart, thank you.
Okay. You're welcome.
Well, in there now for Team Belgium, the shortstop, Julian Muldermans, 0 for 1 so far. Konstantin had 1 and 2, nice breaking ball. Freezes him, but umpire says no. A little bit surprised. We'll take it from here. 2 and 2 the count. So Walter, maybe you can tell us a bit about now. Are you still involved in the club in baseball? Are you following any of it?
No, to be honest, I ran the club from 87 to 96. Then I continued to starting the youth program until 2002, and then I became a supporter, but nothing else. And then from 2016 to 2020, I helped with the T-ball program. But now I turned 60, and it's about time the young people should have young coaches, not the oldest coaches.
Well, I think you have done your fair share of work for this club and really built a solid foundation. And yeah, we've seen this solid foundation also in physical presence as the Ducks field continues to grow. Little looper to the second baseman, Dan Kavanishi. 2 outs on the inning. Konstantin Teufel able to convert it to an out in the end. Up to bat now for Team Belgium, Victor van der Velden, the right fielder. And Rick, you are playing on the first league team right now. Walter, can you be found on the field for games, at least watching from around every now and then?
Well, most of them, yeah, most of them.
I would say he's there for about 90% of them.
Yeah.
So still a supportive force for the club.
And also if one of the teams makes it to a European Championship or a European Cup, I try to be there.
Yeah.
I'm going to be in the Netherlands now when the Chicklets play there in August, end of August.
Yeah, Chicklets being the softball team for the Wiener Neustadt Diving Ducks. Rick, familiar, sounds probably familiar to you?
Very familiar.
You being the head coach for them.
Yeah, so it's they did a great job last year and qualified for European Cup in Moergestel in the Netherlands, which
great pronunciation.
Coincidentally is my backyard. So it's going to be a lot of fun going back there and seeing how everything has progressed over there.
It seems that you have landed in exactly the right spot. Everything coming together.
Yeah.
Moving back and forth at home at both places. Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's been really good. I'm really enjoying my time with the Ducks. We've been able to do great things out on the field. Was fortunate enough to be able to play a European Cup with them. And yeah, I'm sure like this is just a start.
Nice.
Like, this club has great ambitions, is going a long way, and I think Walter can second this with me that it's getting better year by year.
Yeah, you're right. There's a lot of people working for the club, and it's amazing how many people is involved in this. This is about one of the biggest sport clubs in Wiener Neustadt.
Strikeout for Konstantin Teufel ends the inning, and the top of the third. And Walter, back in 1987, you guys must have had a vision for this club, putting all the work in, and you've mentioned people from all over, and we see them on the field, all the crew using their free time right next to me, left and right, and even back in these photos. investing their time for the club. Did you guys ever envision
Can
an
it become
event
something like that?
as big as this?
To be honest, there's one person that did that. That was Martin Sofal. He's kind of the backbone of the club. He was there from day one on, and he's still here. I remember in '88, I think we went to Italy to see a World Championship. We saw games in Rimini and in Grosseto, and I was sitting on a bar right at the field, and above me there was a net, and we drank beer and had a good time in Italy. And Martin said, Walter, when we get old, you will have the same thing in Wiener Neustadt. And I said, man, you stupid.
It's funny that you mention it, because I talked to one of the local guys, Clemens Cichocki, the other day, and now a coach for the German national team, under 23, but also the men's senior national team. And he told me exactly the same story. He basically said there was this dreamer, Martin Zufall, and he told them, one day, Clemens, and he just laughed it off. Yeah, we're seeing now photos from the first championship a long time ago.
That's the retired numbers. Very
retired numbers. Yeah, we also saw it on the photos.
My brother Wolfgang, who was there from day one on.
And we still hear Wolfgang as an active presence on the field every now and then.
He's the loudest guy on the field. I think he was the first coach of the Chiclets too.
Yeah, I saw it on the photos. Familiar name also for me, Larry Smith. Really important person for this development in Lower Austria, Wiener Neustadt. Everybody knows him. As we see Dan Cavanishi now up to bat and starting things off right away under the glove of the first baseman. In there for a hit. Great start for them.
And off the bat right now is a guy who's been hot the whole tournament, Christoph Hoscher.
Yeah, great pickoff in the second inning. Walter, when you look at these players under 23 team and compare it to the 1987 starting years, how far apart are we?
I mean, when I started playing baseball, I was 24 and I was one of the youngest. So I can't compare it to under 23-year-olds. Became a complete different thing.
Robbed of a chance to ever play an under 23 tournament, starting at the age of 24. Walter Leinweber back in 1987, founding member for the Wiener Neustadt Diving Ducks. As the runner takes off, early break, goes in there for the slide, and avoids it.
Slide by Dan Cavanishi right here.
Swimming across, reaching for the bag, avoiding the tag, and moving himself into a scoring position for Team Austria, trying to equal the score. Dan Cavanishi, here we see it again. Swipes away with the arm. Has become quite the popular slide with all the video replays, and those video replays we can also now enjoy thanks to the guy from Clio TV. Big shout out to them. Mr. Foscher now, strike on him. Tied up.
Takes a big hack on that pitch by Mauro van Mook. Walter, how does it make you feel to see your Austrian team taking on this European elite of baseball?
Well, good. I mean, you mentioned Clemens. Clemens was a guy who started playing baseball with me when I was his first coach when he was a little. And he was part of the youth team that played in Barcelona at the Olympic Stadium. And way back then, Austria had no chance to complete the whole game, you know. It always ended up in mercy rules, whatever the rules were, 5 innings, whatever. And nowadays you can come here, sit and watch an entire game, and you will really have a chance to beat some of the top 8 teams in Europe. So that's a big move forward that happened in the last 15 years. And if that continues, I guess that baseball in Austria has a good future. It would be interesting to see if we can get some kind of public attention, because that in Austria is still zero.
Yeah, it seems that Wiener Neustadt is doing a great job, really becoming baseball, making it a fixture in this town. I think probably already the most popular sport around here?
You know what I like? When I go to the railway station, when I live somewhere else, yeah, when I get to the railway station and I jump into a taxi, I tell him I want to go to the baseball field. And these guys know where the baseball field is.
Yeah, this is absolutely true.
Yeah.
No, this is...
What a good indicator. As we see Christoph Hoscher strike out, but throw has to be made to first base. During that, Dan Cavanishi took off from second base. Really pushing on the bases here with another great swipe and a great slide. Now runner on the corner, third base man for Julian Faulhaber, first baseman. Also a local kid.
Local kid, absolutely.
So we see second and third generations here already on this field. That must feel good.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, it says a lot that the average, that me, having just turned 30, am the second oldest guy on the Diving Ducks roster. So we have a really young team, and thankfully they are all a lot of them are part of this under 23 roster.
Yeah, quite a few guys on there, heavily manned by Wiener Neustadt local products and also Wiener Wanderers products, and additions from all over Austria as well. Coach Hiroyuki Sakanashi, we mentioned already here for quite some time. Walter, you also mentioned the men's national team up there in Pool A, bouncing in between A and B, especially the men's national team. We've seen knock on the door for quite some time, narrowly missing it a couple of times, but now seem to be staying up there, hopefully for good, as they not only qualified for the tournament in Italy a few years ago, but also in Bonn, staying up there for now.
Yeah, they're going to play another tournament this year, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. In the fall, we're going to see another tournament, men's national European championship, as Georg Stemmer fouls one off to the right side. Julian Faulhaber, previous batter, not able to come up with him. Okay for him. 2 outs now. Dan Cavanishi still on third. Showed some great speed on the bases. Well, national teams. Walter, have you ever been part of a national team?
No.
1987, that was probably one of the founding years for the national team.
To be honest, I wasn't one of the best.
Okay, but one of the...
I did my job in right field. That's where they put me.
Because you had a strong arm, right?
No, not even close to the national team, no.
Stemmer pops one up right here.
Center fielder under it. Can of corn. 3 down. All right, Team Austria pushing on the bases. Runner on third base, but not able to equal scores here as we move into the top of the 4th inning. We'll be right back.
As we see here, the demolition of the old Ducks field. Walter, how did that make you feel when you saw the seeds you have planted actually get demolished?
Felt kind of strange. It really did. Felt kind of strange. But I knew that something better would come up, and you know, from the Europaschule to where we are now, this were 2 or 3 development steps, and I think each step was better than the last one. Way to go!
Way to go! That's all we want, right? We're in a good spot right now here in Austria to try to take over Austrian domination. Hopefully one day.
I think we have to say thank you to the town government, to the city government, because they really do a lot of work here. They invest a lot of money here, and I mean the money to have the floodlights and all the facilities that we have here is certainly their efforts.
And also, of course, a special shout out here to Martin Sofal for
Yep.
making this all possible.
Yeah.
I mean, Martin, we wouldn't be where we were without you. Thank you for all your time, efforts, and visions that you have provided us with over the years. And
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, out of the demolition came a rise of the phoenix, out of the ashes.
Yeah.
Walter Leinweber with us tonight. Walter, thanks for joining us
Thank
here
you
in
for
the
having
booth,
me.
and
Thank you.
thank you for a little bit of history.
Enjoy the day.
Thank you.
Walter, have a nice day.
Bye, guys.
Top of the fourth. Team Belgium up to bat. Trying to add to the one-run lead now.
Grounder right back up the middle, and that shoots through for a base hit.
Well, Vegas Tiliakos wastes no time shooting one up the middle. Konstantin Teufel already up to 66 pitches after 3 innings pitched. Quite the pitch count. Well, handing things over to left fielder
We
Nathan
see some
Kaschel.
activity in the Austrian bullpen. If my eyes aren't deceiving me without the binoculars, that might be Lukas Inman.
Yeah, Kaschel squared off for a bunt on the pickoff attempt. And we see it again as Konstantin Teufel misses with a fastball outside. Testing the Austrian defense, third baseman creeping in.
As
And-
Teufel delivers a strike right here.
Yeah, opting for the curveball. Hard pitch to bunt. Always good for pop-ups. 1-1 the count.
See if he turns up again.
Not
Good
showing.
pickoff by Teufel.
Trying to keep the runner Vegas Tiliakos close to first base. Austria really under pressure to not let this team go
And
away.
squares the bunt down. Teufel picks it up and will go to first for the sure out.
Nathan Kaschel does his job. Sacrifices himself to move up the runner in scoring position for the second baseman, Ken Spurgeon, in the 9-hole. Second time around for him. Was hit by a pitch in the second inning as Teufel spins around and fakes.
Absolutely fooled the runner there.
Tiliakos diving back in there, but nowhere close to any Austrian players. Spurgeon fouls it back over the right field line. Well, I like this approach of just taking it the other way. 1-1 the count on him. Exactly the right call in this situation. Put the ball behind the runner.
Spurgeon seems to have a little inside-out swing, so I think he's not a stranger taking the ball the other way.
Yeah, a little protective swing there. Right fielder Georg Stemmer creeping in, realizing 1 and 2. And he gets him. Big strikeout for Konstantin Teufel. 2 down now in the inning as we turn things to the leadoff. Center fielder Zion de Brauner. Already the 3rd time around for him.
Teufel recaptures his focus right here.
Yeah, 3rd time around in just the 4th inning. But pitch count of Teufel lets you know why. Up there, 74 pitches for him already. Throwing strikes, but going deep into counts. Spikes one in the ground. Hosha able to block it.
Hosha being a wall back there today.
Absolutely. Mentioned it a few times already. How important these catches are for you, and Rick, you can for sure appreciate a good catcher.
Absolutely.
Trusting your catcher, really knowing that even when you overthrow,
he's there. As de Brouwer puts one into left field. Runners rounding 3rd. Throw is going home, but will be too late.
Nice toss out of left field for Team Austria. Alexander Schiller. Close play, but Kiliakos slides in safely. Perfectly executed from Zion de Brauner for his first hit of the day. Picks up an RBI on the way. Sticks it in between 3rd base and shortstop. Just in there for the 2nd run for the Belgians. With the man on 1st base now, up to bat, 2nd baseman Sander de Saint-Hilaire. 1 for 2 already. Some speed on the bases. As he puts one into right center field. Right fielder takes it, fires it to the runner. Advancing to 3rd base.
And the Saturday advances to 2nd on the throw to 3rd base. Runners and 2nd and 3rd with 2 outs.
Great piece of hitting from the 2nd baseman. Georg Stemmer fires one in the little off target and too late anyways. Hands it over to Arthur Heymans.
And here comes head coach Hiro Sakanashi, probably to relieve Konstantin Teufel of his duties for today.
Yeah, already 77 pitches. Head coach coming out there. Seems to be talking a bit. Not sure if he probably going to give him a batter, and he will.
Oh, seems I was wrong here, guys. Didi, I'm taking over your habits.
Well, we never stop learning. Scholars of life, Rick van Dijk, Didi Lettese.
That is true.
Yeah, Teufel stays in there. Saga runners on 2nd and 3rd base. Somebody asking in the comment section how fast these pitches are. Well, we don't have radar readings here, but I would say Teufel can top out at around 90 max.
I would say so, yeah. I think he's sitting in mid-80s today, but this is coming from my IDAR.
Yeah.
So it's really hard to give
Also,
a clear indication.
Yeah, also coming off a big injury, I'd say 84, 85.
Yeah.
Topping out the fastball today.
Yeah. Teufel, who quite recently, it's already I think a year and a half ago, had Tommy John surgery.
Yeah, what used to be a career-ending injury nowadays has become a success story in a lot of cases, and even moving on to futuristic solutions, Kevlar, all kinds of stuff put in there. Tommy John being the first pitcher to recover from the surgery. Name-giving.
Ball 4 has just been thrown to the hitter, and I think Coach Hiro Sakanashi this time around is really going to get Konstantin Teufel.
Yeah, given him the hitter we've mentioned, but this is going to end things for him. 3.2 innings, 2/3 for him as he hands things over to Lukas Inman. Teufel being greeted by his teammates. Keeps him in the game, 2-0 for Belgium. Nothing that the Austrians can't overcome. But the game moving on fast. So Lukas Inman eager to end this. Lukas Inman, 2 appearances in this tournament, throwing 3 innings, giving up a run on a hit.
That's been thrown well.
Only 1 base of balls, 6 strikeouts, 10 batters and bats.
Lukas has been throwing the ball really well this tournament.
Yeah, I think they really kept him in their back pocket for situations like this. As we mentioned, nothing really in terms of standings to gain here, except for taking home a win heading into the relegation next time around. But either team is trying to end things on a winning, positive note here. So Lukas Inman now on the mound, taking over for Konstantin Teufel. 83 pitches for him.
As Inman pumps in a strike here to tie up the count 1-1.
Yeah, Inman also with a bit of sip on his fastball, talking speeds, probably say just around 80, topping low 80s, as he fools them badly. Out in front, the first baseman, Nando Neustadt. 1 for 2 today already. Neustadt singled through the left side, advancing around the second base. Belgium eventually couldn't come up with a run in the first, but scored in the second and now in the fourth, a run each. And continuing. Shoots one in the right field, but on the slide, Georg Stemmer able to make the grab. Really important here.
Really important, yeah. Keeping the game in reach for the Austrians.
Great grab by him. Be back in a second. Barely any seats left already at Dachsfield, Wiener Neustadt. Great weather for the last 2 days already. Peter Feller, coach for Team Austria, on first base. Some extra stools in front of the crowd.
I think that's means of support for the Austrian team.
Yeah, you've mentioned them lifting them up in the air.
Yeah. Here we have Alexander Schiller coming up.
Yeah, flying a little moustache. The man of many faces. Young and old, but under 23, Alexander Schiller.
As he takes a big hag at that pitch from Van Mook.
Yeah, seemingly wanting to drive one in the gap. Austria falling behind 0-2 in this game, needing base runners urgently. These games are 7-inning games. Bottom of the 4th already, so yeah, halftime.
Halftime, yeah. As he flares one to the second baseman. Second baseman makes a throw, and Alexander Schiller will be the first out of this inning.
Yeah, just a couple of pitches for the remaining Mauro Van Mook, pitcher for the Belgians.
Strong game so far, eh?
Yeah, Austrian hitters maybe not too patient, really going after first pitch, just shooting right out of the gate. As we see Alessandro Zufall swinging for one, trying to pull back. Yeah, just 41 pitches through 3 1/3 innings for Van Mook.
Big swing there by Alessandro Zufall. Couldn't connect, so strike 2.
Third baseman playing really far back. Well, 2 strikes now, not an optimal situation for bunts.
As he also flares onto the second baseman, he fields it and makes the throw, and Alessandro Zufall is the second out.
Well, deja vu. Second baseman converts both outs this inning so far. Austria.
Yeah, he seems quite busy, that second baseman, this inning. As we got Moritz Riedman up to bat for right now with 2 outs and nobody on base.
Moritz Riedman, player out of Fallberg. Still looking to get a hit for himself in the tournament, as Austria desperately needs base runners. Misses outside, counts 1-1, 2 down, bottom of the 4th.
As Van Mook pumps strike 2 in there.
Yeah, this has been Austria's limiting factor. Number 1, I'd say. Missing productive offense.
I agree. Yep.
Playing against really good teams, Belgium being probably equally ranked.
Yeah, would say so.
With them, they really need to come up with a tactic. Riedman connects for one to the left fielder, who trots back, picks it up out of the fly. As we head into the top of the 5th, Belgium up 2-0. See you in a bit. Top of the 5th, leading things off for Team Belgium. The shortstop, Julien Muldemans. 0 for 2 today, struck out in the first, flew out in the third. Lucas Inman in there, taking over for the starting pitcher of the Austrians. Got out of the jam last time. Great grab with the help of his right fielder.
Absolutely, yeah. Great
Snagging
grab
one just
Stammer
above
there.
the ground. Keeping this game open. Austria still behind 2-0. But home field advantage and also home advantage.
Check swing right here, and they said he did not put the bat around.
Three and 1 to count on Muldemans.
As he takes ball 4 right here.
Familiar script for Austria. Leadoffs on base, starting the innings, putting the defense to work right away. Up the bat, right fielder Victor van der Velden.
As he ducks out of the way of one. And gets uniform very dirty.
Well, it's the last game for them anyway, so you might just make it worth washing it.
Exactly.
Seeing some success in this tournament, batting 500 for his team. Osha having himself a work-heavy day out there in the sun. Van der Velden, 4 hits for him in the tournament, including a double. 3 base on balls. Just a test to the patience of the Belgian hitters that really pays off here in this game with the struggling command of the Austrian pitchers.
Yeah, it's not something that it's kind of becoming a returning trend at this moment, that the Austrian pitchers are unable to find the strike zone.
Yeah, seeing base runners on a steady pace for Belgians.
As a ball is roped here into right field, and
Georg Stemmer
catches it. Throw's coming in, but that will be too late.
Georg Stemmer runs it down in right field on the fly. Van der Velden trotting down the first baseline, pimping his bat. We don't know why, or out of
No
what
idea.
emotion, frustration, or false predictions regarding the trajectory of this ball. Well, caught anyways. Long fly ball turns into a long out.
Yeah.
Muldemans already on his way to second base, having to return, slides in there head first safely, just in time for Georg Stemmer's missile out of right field.
He's been playing well, hey, Stemmer. As there's a little flare going to the center fielder, who gets under and makes the catch, looks the runner back to first, and brings the ball back in slowly.
2 down. Bringing up the next Belgian hitter, number 38. Nathal Kaschel, who bunted his last time up, sacrificed himself. Out in front, playing a little pool off the top of his bat. In the comments, we get asked regarding relegation in this tournament, and we'll say it again, both of these teams already, regardless of the outcome of this team, runner taking off, are facing relegation. Can of corn in left field as Austria is able to keep the Belgians from scoring this time. Heading into the break, Belgians up 2-0. With Team Austria running out of time. Bottom of the 5th inning, starting things off for the home team. Alexander Riesel, just his second at bat in this game. Belgium's already around 3rd time in the order.
As Van Mook pumps a strike in there.
Grounded out to the shortstop in his first at bat.
Van Mook's throwing well.
Yeah, really going deep into this game. Austrians not able to come up with anything productive, resulting in runs so far. To finish what we've started last inning, mentioning the relegation. Regardless of the outcome of this game, both teams will be relegated. In Austria, we call this the game for the golden ananas, pineapple. But it's more than that, I'd say. This is as Alexander Riesel smacks one to the shortstop. Tough hop on him. Can't stay with it.
The game for the golden pineapple. That's an interesting analogy right there, DJ. As Justin Furbuck digs in for his second plate appearance.
This is really a game to gain experience, keep extending this valuable tournament for the young Austrian team, but also to end things on a good note for them going forward. So much more than any kind of tropical fruit. Able to get the Austrians on base right away. Justin Furbeck now in the shortstop for the Austrian national team. Tough tournament at the plate for him. Hitless so far. Good chance for him now to...
As Van Mook misses down low here.
Van Mook only 55 pitches, 42, so a majority of them 4 strikes. Showing, well, I'd say nothing special, but solid pitching.
Putting the ball on the zone.
Yep.
That's where he has success. He's changing his speed effectively, generating weak contact.
Mixing it up, inside, outside. Justin Furbeck shoots it the other way. Hit and run, draws the second baseman in as he shoots it in between first and second as the runner, Alexander Esel from first, advances all the way to third base. Runners on the corners now for Austria and no outs. Great start for Team Austria in the bottom of the 5th.
And what a clutch moment for Justin Furbeck to get his first hit of the tournament.
Timely. Timing is everything. Belgians bringing the infield now in.
Looks like the corners are in and the middle infield remains in double play depth.
Exactly.
As stepping in Don Kawanishi.
Third base coach for Team Austria shadowing Alexander Esel in scoring position. As Dan Kawanishi steps in there, having himself a tournament, batting .308.
As Spurgeon got a little confused about where the ball went.
It happens to the best of them.
That's for sure.
Kawanishi, known to me as a real patient hitter.
As he takes strike one right here. As we see in front of us some Belgian action running to the bullpen.
Well, tough call there outside, just caught the edge of the plate. Dan Kawanishi now 1-1 in the count. Justin Furbeck on first base. And he slides back in safely, but Rick, that looked like he wanted to go.
Yeah, it definitely looked like that. I think we both saw a little flinch here.
Well, we don't mention things for nothing, even before they are happening.
Most of the time we do, but
little trivia here and there.
Keep
Bit of information.
Keep everybody on their toes, right? And as mentioned, Furbeck is going. Throw's going home.
Well, Alexander Esel with the base running mistake. Ball right in front of him. Puts the third baseman, breaks anyway. Tough break. Adds running mistakes to tough day at the plate. This is making it really, really hard for Team Austria to come up with anything.
Yeah. This is
right in front of you. No chance for him.
This is a crucial base running error. And I would honestly safe to say that would have cost him the first round of the game.
Yes, it will. Yeah, these things
but
really expose Teams under pressure, young Austrian team. As Holscher grounds another one to third base. Third baseman steps on third. Able to get the out there. Opposite afterwards. On the transfer. 2 down now. Runners on first and second for Team Austria. Well, this has turned into quite the nightmare.
Yeah, that's exactly everything that you do not want out of an inning. First, getting a tag play at home, and then a force out at third base. That is not good, but let's see what Julian Faulhaber here can do. Maybe he can rope one up the middle.
Austrians starting the inning really well, costing themselves the first run of the game with a base running mistake. As Julian Faulhaber steps in there. Has had real good at-bats this tournament. Couple of tough outs, long flies in the gaps, but 231 average for him.
Had a knock his last time, or his first at bat, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, 1 for 2 so far. Takes a strike. 1-1 on the count on him. Base runners on first and second. Not moving anywhere. Dan Cavanishi, fast runner, speed on the bases, in scoring position. Nice pitch. Up and in. Julian Faulhaber, probably a heavy pull hitter.
Tough so, yeah.
Tough to start your swing this early to catch up on this pitch. Takes it off his shin.
He hits it off his foot, yeah. Didi, as a hitter, those hurt, eh?
They do. With the worst one actually coming off my shin as a pitcher. Imagine throwing the ball, loading all the weight onto your front foot, being hit right squared up in the chin. But yeah, we've seen protective gear on a surge the last couple of years.
As Julian Faulhaber swings and misses at that pitch.
Catches him out in front. Heading into the remaining 2 games. this tournament so far, facing the reliever in this game, Lukas Inman. 20 pitches for him.
Seeing activity in the Austrian pen as well. If I'm not mistaken, that is Alexander Kienberger warming up over here.
Yeah, you should be able to spot him. Big guy. Big guy out of Wiener Neustadt. Familiar face, familiar frame.
Yeah, lovely kid.
Coming also off an injury.
Yeah,
I've
he
heard.
hadn't pitched in over a year. So we were really happy to welcome him back on the mound. It's been looking good.
After falling behind in the count 2-0, Lukas Inman with the strike, 2-1.
Big swing here by Ken Spurgeon.
Inman mixing it up with the velocity, catching him out in front. As he goes, chasing. Over first.
And as we look at our fence, the chairs, some chairs are going up again.
The chairs. Well, in this game they should probably be reserved for runs for the Austrians. A rare commodity this game. 2-0 for the Belgians. As we welcome the Brauner center fielder squaring up for a bunt. Well, just 2-0, but really heading into this last third of the game. Belgium's in the driver's seat.
Absolutely, yeah.
That's when you are able to put on your foot on it. And
let's see what the Brouwer here can do. As he pops one up to the first base side.
playable. Julian Faulhaber makes a grab in foul territory. Never shy of putting his body in the line. A man of the people, a man of labor. Julian Faulhaber. No splat this time, but records an out.
We're sure we'll see one at one point.
Quick second out for Lukas Inman. 2 down now in the inning. Heading things over to second baseman Sander de Sedeler.
As Inman throws a breaking ball here for a strike. Sadler has also been swinging a good bat as he takes strike 2 here. Great pitch by Inman.
Yeah, raising his average to 333, 2 for 3 on the day. Good support from him. Good lineup. Esel takes it on a hop. Nice grab. Throws it over. Julian Faulhaber decides not to go full splits.
Half split.
Half is enough. 3 down. Austrians under pressure to put 1 or 2 or even more on the board as we head into the bottom of the 6th inning. up for the Austrians. Trying to get a rally going here. Georg Stemmer, right fielder for today, facing the still remaining Mauro van Mook. And he just continues to pound. 66 pitches for him in 5 innings of work, just averaging around 13 pitches an inning. Rick, he was a pitcher. Would you be, well, happy with that?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you always try to get out of it, like, in as least pitches as possible. If you could throw 3 pitches and get out of it, great. It's not realistically going to happen, but, like, Van Mook is really pounding the zone, putting on a masterclass here in efficiency. 13 pitches average is actually below the major league average for an inning.
Yeah, showing signs of a young professional here. Van Mook getting some shout out in the comments as well. Follow us at wbsceurope.org for the live stream. Thanks for all you tuning in here. Sitting at around 190 viewers. Good to know that we're not talking to nobody as Stemmer grounds one to the shortstop. Throws it over to first base, recording the first out. High hop.
As we see a pinch hitter coming into the box right here.
A local face.
Familiar face for me, yeah, absolutely. That's Owen McGarry.
Owen McGarry, another lefty, another patient one.
Kid is a very athletic kid.
Very athletic and a good eye. Smart addition to this late game hopeful heroics. Fouls one straight back. Sits on it right away. First pitch, first swing. First good contact for Owen McGarry.
As we wait for the ball boy to go and collect the baseball.
Not a typical Austrian name, but a local boy.
Absolutely.
Austrian Bundesliga participant, first league fixture for the Diving Ducks.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely not traveling around. This guy is here to stay.
As he laces a single up the middle. Great pinch hit appearance for Owen McGarry here.
Yeah, I've mentioned it. He looked locked in. Was sitting on the fastball right away. This is exactly why he's on the roster. He's a super utility guy, able to pitch, play great defense, great hitter, great discipline, nice smooth swing. I'll call him the Dr. Smooth of Austria.
I'll make sure to relay that nickname to him.
Don't tell Michael Brantley. Handing things over to another local kid. DH for today, Alessandro Zufall.
Take strike one here.
Big kid. Zone extending a bit for him. Up.
I mean, amazing teammate. That's all I can say about Alessandro Zufall.
Really humble guy.
And can send the ball a mile if he gets a hold of it.
Huge guy. The shoulders. Alessandro Zufall. One out in the inning. Counts 0-1. Austria really under pressure to put anything on the board.
As he also
Smacks
gets a hold of one.
First baseman can't knock it down. Limits it. Keeps it in the edge of the infield. Second baseman picks it up. Well, you just mentioned it, Rick. Strong kid. First baseman just was only able to put a glove on it. Couldn't keep it in there. Nando Neustadt, bit overmatched on this one.
As we got a pinch runner here for Owen McGarry. Looks like that's another local kid.
Smack the first base.
Felix Asna is taking over pinch running for Owen McGarry.
Owen McGarry, a job well done, a job quickly done. But all you could ask from this kid, Felix Astner, a local kid being replaced by another local kid. Center fielder fixture for Team Austria. Great speed, great arm, covering loads of ground, and hopefully as well on the base path for Team Austria.
As Riedman takes ball one right here.
Riedman from fallback, western parts of Austria.
Long drive.
Long drive in the Austrian Baseball Bundesliga. But worthy one here.
Absolutely. As Riedman puts one through the 5-6 hole to load the bases up.
What the perfect timing for the come up with him for his first hit in the tournament. All the way from fallback.
As we see pitching coach for the Belgians, Jakub Vantura, coming out here. Check guy.
Here to talk things over with his pitcher, Mauro van Mook. Sitting at 77 pitches. And even more impressively, 57 strikes.
Very good. Very good totals.
20 balls.
He's showing some signs of fatigue at the moment, but I'm guessing this is his game. He doesn't want to come out.
He's staying in there. Well, timely hits for Team Austria. Love to see Riedman getting one here. 0 for 2. But 1 for 3 now. Couldn't have been at a better time. Austria threatening with the bases loaded. 1 out. Now they really have to pay attention on the bases. Not costing them any unnecessary runs in the process, hopefully. Yes. Alexander Resel, third baseman for today, steps in. 0 for 2.
As
goes
Alexander
after the
Resel
first.
fouls one off. Sorry, DJ.
Nah, you're good.
Tense moment here for the Austrians with 1 out and the bases loaded.
We tend to get a little excited. Takes the ball in the dirt. Even we count that 1-1.
As we are also slowly seeing Team GB trickling in the building.
Preparing for the final game of this tournament, the finals against the Netherlands. Misses outside, 2-1 to count. Well, Rick, this is it. You really don't want to be going into the 7th inning if you can. Put some on the board now. Get equal in front, or at least splitting the lead in half. Austria in a good position. Put some on the board now. Van Mook.
As Van Mook misses down low, and the count right now is 3-1.
Yeah, signs of fatigue. You've mentioned it. Van Mook has given up only 1 base on balls this whole game. 3-1 to count, falling behind.
Seems to me as he's going to give Resel something to hit. Maybe he'll hit it to the shortstop.
Yeah, nowhere to put him. Resel takes one right down the middle. Well, do or die.
Runners will stay where they are, as it's not 2 outs.
For Resel. 3-2. And payoff pitch. Takes it for a ball. This scores Austria's first run. And this gets the Austrians in striking distance. 2-1. Scoring one here. Belgium's in front. 2-1 now. Austria trying to add on to it.
As Fulburg grounds one here, and that gets through, splitting the second run for Austria.
Goes right after the first pitch and under the glove of the third baseman and the shortstop. Perfectly placed in the hole. Runner from second base rounding third, but being held up by the third base coach. And why wouldn't you? Only one out.
As head coach Garcia makes his way out to the mound, I think that will be it for Van Mook.
Yeah, Paco Garcia will take him out. Going to the bullpen for Team Belgium. Van Mook receiving a round of applause by his teammates. What a performance for him. Only giving up 2 runs through 5 1/3 innings of work.
Very solid.
Ending it on 85 pitches.
As we said at the end of the day, I think the fatigue kind of got him.
Yeah,
it's also a hot day, right? So kind of does something extra with you.
5 1/3 innings. Only giving up 2 runs in at the end here. What a performance by Van Mook. Eventually having to surrender 2. As he hands things over to the bullpen. Right-hander. Handing things over to his teammate Tom Beekmans. 1 appearance this tournament, 2 innings pitched, 1 run in, 3 hits, 2 base and balls, 2 strikeouts. Taking things over from Van Mook. Being greeted and inheriting. The bases loaded and only 1 out, definitely in the jam here.
Couldn't think about a better situation to inherit here, but
like a worse situation?
A better one.
A better for Team Austria or
for the Belgian pitcher.
Yeah, you could definitely think of a better one. As Cavanishi goes right after the first and puts it through into right field. Scoring another run for Team Austria, and this is the lead for this young Austrian national team. Dan Cavanishi, a patient man, but also not shy to go after the first one if it's to his liking. Puts it in between first and second, scoring his teammate. Now up to bat, the catcher, Christoph Hoscher. Well, Rick, seems that they have finally come through.
Yeah. As Hoscher falls this one off. They're jumping on Beekmans here.
Yeah, both of them going after the first pitch. Beekmans being greeted with a hit on his first pitch. Hoscher trying to add on to that. Yeah, and only 1 out, so well,
possibility to extend his lead.
Elevate, celebrate, even if it's only a sacrifice fly. Well, every run counts here, and
That is true.
being ahead only one run, 3-2 now. Austria really wants to get some more on the board heading into the 7th inning. Osha, a ball and 2 strikes. Corners in for the Belgians. As the middle infielders stay back, keeping the double play in order up the middle. Exactly what Beekmans would like to see here. Giving his defense something to work and escaping a jam. Osha 2-2.
As Hosher pops one up.
Lifts one. I would expect the runner from third to tag. And he drops it on the transfer. Dan Kavanishi again with the evading slide on second base. What a job.
Kavanishi really putting on a clinic and sliding out here.
Wow. And not even a head first slide. I've never seen a slide like this. Feet in first, evading the tag, shifting his body to the inside of the infield. We'll see it again here. Osha sticking one into right field. Catching it on the transfer. Trouble for him. Kavanishi, of course, staying put at first or close to it. Will maybe be able to get another angle on this one, but what a slide.
What a slide.
This could really be a decisive moment as Austria still hangs on to in this inning. 2 outs for them now. Runners on second and third base.
As Faulhaber gives this ball a ride.
And this is going to fall. No!
Yes, it does. It fell.
In and out of the glove of the left fielder. What a run.
Faulhaber clears the bases here for 2 runs. Fulbrook and Kavanishi both got in.
Team Austria exploding, finally finding the bats alive. Julian Faulhaber with the bases clearing double. Left fielder really put an effort into it. That Kaschel couldn't come up with it. Inning still going, 2 outs. Georg Stemmer, the right fielder, up to bat as we see Nathan Kaschel only losing the ball, hitting the ground. What a route for him.
Wow, yeah. That's a tough play to make too.
Real tough. Austria ahead now, 6-3. (6-2) to score. Austria puts on 6 runs in the 6th, pulling in front.
As Stemmer has a 1-1 count at the moment here. Let's see if he can put a drive in one. Big hack here from George Stemmer.
Just a tad late. Quite surprising seeing Austria explode, finally finding their bats, running away with the lead. As the Austrian fans get into it. Austria eager to end things with a win here at home in front of their fans who are pouring in.
Yeah.
Good crowd for this game. We expect an even better crowd for the 7 p.m. final.
If the previous games were a precursor, this should be a good one.
Yeah, both opponents already faced each other, going the distance of 7 innings. 4 hits between them, Great Britain and the Netherlands in their previous matchup. Osha now 2-2 as he takes the ball up high. Yeah, a real pitchers duel the first time around.
Yeah.
Good indicator for this.
Even the Great Britain pitcher Matteo Solicito taking a no-hitter into the 7th.
Incredible pitching performances in this tournament across the board.
As George Stemmer takes ball 4 right here.
And this brings up the pinch runner from earlier, the local boy patrolling center field. Usually for the Ducks, Felix Astner. Runners on first and second for him.
Felix never shy to drop down a bunt. I will not imagine him to do it with 2 outs, but as he takes ball 1 right here.
Felix in pursuit of a hit. Really wants to carry at least 1 from this tournament. Well, seems Tom Beekmans is having a rough outing here. Coming into a real difficult situation. Bases loaded, only 1 out. And exactly the moment when things started to go real south, but inheriting a burden from his starting pitcher, Mauro van Mook. Yes, completely different story for Team Austria. Suddenly in the 6th inning, finally waking up the bats.
As Astner fouls 1 off here.
Astner in front, 2-1. Checks on the catcher. A little bit of Austrian-Belgic friendship.
As he fouls another 1 off here.
2-2. Belgian catcher really trying to keep his pitcher in the game. Ken Surgeon setting him up. Beekmans misses outside with a breaking ball. 3-2. Third base still open. Payoff pitch. And he walks him. Astner with a good patient at bat, fouling off a couple of pitches, hanging in there.
As coach Paco Garcia is coming out again.
Yeah, Belgium running into real trouble here in the 6th after blanking the Austrians for 5 innings. Paco Garcia will go to the bullpen, calling for a righty. Number 8.
You slowly see the Dutch team trickling in as well, getting ready for their finals.
Familiar faces for Rick as we will see the third Belgian pitcher in this game taking over for his teammate Tom Beekmans, ending the day with 20 pitches is Mateo Colassos Munoz for Team Belgium. Already has an appearance in the field, pitching 2.2 innings, giving up 5 runs on 2 hits and 4 base-off balls. We'll try to stop this Austrian onslaught. Austria now in front, 4 runs, 6-2. As we are still in the bottom of the 6th inning. Mateo Colassos Munoz ready now to face a hot bet in the Austrian lineup, raising his average all the way to 444. 2 hits on the day for him, Alessandro Zufall.
Yeah, let's see if the Belgian pitcher can remain fearless in his approach here. Falls one off.
Yeah, I think he would like this one back. Bases loaded, 2 outs. Alessandro Zufall looking to put one in the gap. And he gets him swinging on a breaking ball. Little discussion going on the field. Third baseman shouting something towards the dugout of the Austrians, who understandably so get excited at the late lead in this game, taking one off his foot. Zufall 0-2. Setting up outside. Nice pitch, but just a tad foul. Austria with the chance to add more to the board. And he gets him this time. Painting the outside corner just into the game. Mateo Colassos Munoz ends the bleeding as we go into the top of the 7th, and last chance for Team Belgium to equal the score or go ahead. We'll be right back. Changes all over the field for Team Austria as we see the pinch runner for the pinch hitter entering this game, staying in there. Now in center field, Felix Astner, third baseman Moritz Riedmann, moves to left field, from center field, moves to left field over, and we are seeing another local boy, Alexander Kienberger, on the mound, taking over. Already seen some work this tournament, pitching 1.2 innings. Really good performance for him. 4 strikeouts, blanking the opposing hitters.
Yeah, he's been throwing the ball well.
Absolutely.
As he pumps strike one in here.
Yeah, up to bat with the last chances. 3 outs remaining for the Belgians. Third baseman Arthur Heymans. Foul tip into the glove of Christoph Hoscher. Calling the pitches today. Quick 0-2. And
nice
barely
break.
able to put a piece of his bat onto it. We were expecting to change it up here. Rick, what does Alexander Kienberger carry with him in his arsenal?
Fastball, two-seam fastball, curveball and split change, which is not something you see every day.
Pops this one up, but running out of ground is the Spagat, Julian Faulhaber. Heymans hanging in there, fouling off consecutive pitches. 1-2 to count. Setting up on the inside corner of the plate.
As he gets a grounder here to second base, Cornish picks it up, throws to first, and the first out of the 7th has been recorded.
High hops in the infield. Kavanishi charging in, able to make the grab. And throw to first base for the first out. Austria now only 2 outs away from a turnaround victory as they cling on. And Nando Neustadt takes this one deep. Riedmann out there paddling back, but eventually taking a couple of steps back in, catching it for out number 2. 1 out away from the big upset.
Little come from behind baseball here.
Gotta love late heroics.
Just missed by Alexander Kienberger there.
Nando Neustadt flying out to left field. Goes after the first pitch, handing it over to Julian Muldemans.
As he pounds a strike there.
Working the hitters inside out.
Hitter clearly didn't like that call, shaking his head.
Yeah. One to count. Smacks this one to left center. Riedmann just can't come up with it, but keeps it in front, limiting Muldemans to a single. Nice knock from him.
Yep.
He was ready for the fastball. No way for the Austrians to reach this one, as they are playing deep with 2 outs now, keeping everything in front.
Nice
bat.
pitch by Kienberger here.
Now hitting Victor van der Velden. 0 for 2 today, but real good tournament for him. 440 average. One the count. Well, Belgians need to add base runners, just keeping it going.
Another breaking pitch here for Kienberger for a big swing and a miss.
Nicely dropped in there. You mentioned a couple of pitches he's throwing. Van der Velden now behind 1-2. There's Austria. Just trying to secure victory here. Widening the zone.
Yeah.
Trying to get him to chase.
Really good idea here from Alexander Kienberger. I expect him to come back with a fastball now. And again, I've been wrong before, and I'll be wrong again.
And he ends it on a high outside, but catching the corner. Looking strikeouts, Alexander Kienberger. Quick inning for him as the Austrians in the last game of the tournament record their first win. What a comeback.
Yeah.
Well, we're definitely happy to see a team turn things around. Great performance by the Belgian pitcher Van Mook. Shout-outs all over to him in the comments and from us here as well, as an equally young Belgian team hung in there for
quite a bit actually. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Better part of 6 innings.
Really sympathetic group of players all around here on the field.
I'm sure these two will meet again in the future.
Let's hope so, that these young men make the jump into their men's senior national teams, or even compete for a few remaining years here until they outgrow the shoes of a 23-year-old.
Good job, Team Belgium.
Well, Rick, this ends the first game.
Yeah.
Thanks everyone for sticking with us on the stream. We would love to have you with us again for the grand finale of this tournament, deciding the Under-23 European Championship at 7 p.m. Duxfield, Wiener Neustadt,
Ladies and gentlemen,
squaring off
Team Austria.
the Netherlands versus Team Great Britain. And we're off.
From our side, thank you, and see you tonight.